And here my presentation, differential analysis and load of energy structure network based on real principle. And I will try to give a comprehensive theoretical framework in practical application of the real principle in energy sector. And so that we try. So we all know the non-fossil and everyone has more and more non-fossil. One crash happens in reality, a lot of countries, a lot of people change this mind. We see that financial price and make increase use renewable energy. And we saw that the financial price, a big huge change for energy now. And then we will see next 3 years ago later, and we see the energy and mental is diverse. So why that happened? The same direction, right? But at once. Right? And so we also see one big collapse in Germany in 2020. That means one collapse happened, return to the low cost energy. Again, we'll see the Fukushima nuclear event, and people think we still need more safety energy. And a lot of people against or not like nuclear energy. And see when the Russian and Ukraine crisis and Germany returned to the coal power. And some people said we still need nuclear power. And also one we need a huge demand of electricity. So the people still need nuclear power. So who can make decision? The scientists can make decision. Our professor can make a decision. Our public can make decision. Our policeman can make decision. So it's the reality. We know the dream is not possible. But what's the reality? How can we, from reality, to realize our dream? And then we see the just energy evolution pathway. We call that we want post-trauma evolutionary development. That means each crisis, we want to change our decision and action. So what will we do after trauma? And we still insist our renewable energy or return to low cost fossil energy. A lot of factors: economic, technical, environment, culture, market, security, regulation, law, public, just like this meeting. And we saw a lot of students or professionals join this meeting, but we still see some people don't know how they see the trash to trash, compost to compost, recycling to recycle. So still action in the right way, but we still want 9%. So we input a lot of factors into practice. We use a lot of model, CGE, and a lot of contact model. And everyone, every professor, every university with their own model. But the problem is that the more factor you input to that model, the difficult for us to hard to define. So can we give a very deep logic behind that to explain that who will make that good decision? Don't see that. So that's my outline. So what's the foundational logic behind the decision, and how to describe that foundational logic, and how to use this foundational logic? I will see. So the post-trauma evolution dilemma is unlimited truth. Like a lot uncertainty factor into our decision. So that means there's very hard to make a right decision. So we have high dimension tensor factor, like machine learning, like ChatGPT. We use uncertainty into it, but it's hard to explain that. So we need to make that uncertainty and we can understand it and make that some choose. Maybe the choose system decision that what we want to know, but what's the choose system? It's related to the common foundation of natural and social science. If we're under this question, then we can know what's a true system, and we can know what's a true system decision, like Poland, like Germany, like North Africa. What's the right way to realize non-fossil possible? So a lot of people think about that before. We can see a lot of scientists. They teach us a lot of knowledge, wisdom behind that. So let's keep going. And so we need the language established. So what language? What language we need? We need to use energy language, and we need to use psychology language, and we use that mathematics language, and we use symbolic logic. Now, what behind that is constraint, the boundary and solution. They couple each other, get the result, gets the pathway. And we need establish a lot of definition and theory to get describe that coupling, constraint, and solution. Get clear dynamic coupling system. And we see what's behind that. Although evolve, it evolved. So what meaning evolve? It's roll. So in Latin language, it's roll out away. That means it evolves itself. So what meaning evolves itself? Like circle, it always evolves itself. So if you roll a deep logic behind evolve, so we call the roll principle. And we use the roll principle here, and we get manifold to describe that. And we say under certain boundary, it evolves itself on one scale. So we use that definition to establish more definition. So circle is not enough, assuming triangle, right? So we need to use row interface interaction. We use this row interaction, the other row, so we get another different kind of row. And then we can do row projection, and row projection, we can go to row mirror, and also we can get row beyond self and row beyond self. And after we can do row extinct. That means it will disappear. And we use notation like this. It's not enough. We need to establish interaction between different concepts. And so we got a series, a boundary difference of row evolution difference. And we established more about that infinity because we use subset and upset and big set, row set to influence each other. And then we use another projection of row set. And we also get series to help us to distinguish and definition of that dynamic relationship. And after that, we got to set as a strictly mathematic describe that make us easily to computer. It's a mathematic display, and we do that, and we use kinetic set, also based on row set. And we use the harmonic set like the voice. Like I influence you and he influences me, and the same vary, but we call it harmonic. Like I can hear the voice, like I can transfer to you. So the harmonic set and also kinetic set. It means evolve, it can understand a new level. And not enough. We can establish big row set and more big row set. We can go wider row plex. Like being here our group, and then we jump to our university, and we jump to the Massachusetts. So Massachusetts is wider row plex. It includes a large row set inside wider row plex. That's not enough. We still need to find the relationship between the different wider row plex. So we said row transformation. That means row plex can influence another row plex, and we can get a new vital row plex. And also it's not enough because the choose is more complicated. So let's go further more. So we can go cellulite transformation because what we think is not the truth. So I just expect mirror to think what we think. So with cellulite transformation, describe that to what's the summary reality to determine our decision. That's not enough. We can go further and so get Genesis transformation. That means different vital role players can get influence between each other. Okay, let's go. And after that, we can get characteristics spectrum. That means we have different scientific boundaries. Like I see something and you can get resonance from me. So it's characteristic spectrum, also called scientific spectrum. Okay, it's a little boring, right? So, but when we use that, we need establish very simple use application interface. So here's the choose, unlimited choose. But when we use it, we change that external vital rowplex, we call VE, and we call inter rowplex, we call IV. And here's cross thicknesses. We think there's cross talking between each other. That's it. So that means there's self-consistency, and here's cross thicknesses, and here's self-consistency. So two systems, they just cross-talking each other. So here's very simple application interface to us to establish what happens. Let's give you an example to show that. So there's self-consistency that I know there's a zebra. I know there's a zebra, but this time I see this white tiger. But I never see white tiger before. So I use my vital rowplex to establish my expect mirror. I saw, oh, it's a fat zebra. So we use metric tensor to establish what we think. So this is a white tiger, but we think it's white zebra. What we just use what we think, row set established vital rowplex. So we give the very clear to use that. Here we saw financial crisis. We see a lot of people think co-power no cost. Here, like exponential trajectory, just like we saw the price, financial price. Financial price is something that's exponential. But behind that, we see the inventory trajectory, right? This level we saw is exponential trajectory, like financial price. It means where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Why like this trajectory? So we look at this one, we see, oh, it's very clear because it just evolved itself. So no supply, always inevitable. And next, we can finish all what we did. We use our way to describe row principle. First, we get a very foundation definition, and we use serial, and we use computer too, and we use very clear, easy application interface. So here we use this way to explain something as we go further. So we finished foundational logic, it's row principle. And we finish how to describe that row principle. We use row set and use a lot of social and mathematical structure. Now let's then how to use row principle. We give very clear example. It's a physics example, and very special. It's very unique, but it's very general. It's a single pattern, right? And coupling pattern and group coupling pattern. And we see that is the set. The row set can influence X and couple each other, like one fish and two fish, and water wheel can influence fish, right? This is water and fish. So they're influenced by each other. If we look at a million people fish, what's the result? So here's the third result. We use group coupling angle. So here's vital rowplex because we use a very high level of row principle. So next, we explain some little complicated about human feeling and human emotion, like If that man is rowing a boat, and he said the baby cried. So he said because it's working, so very hot. The baby not working, it's so cold. So we ask, put off clothes or put on clothes. So he used his effect mirror to do that decision. Like the bird, he feed that bird. He used that effect mirror to do that action. Because the action that hurt, leg hurt means an injured bird. So that means it's not can claim the human, but also can claim the animal. So we can go further about that. Okay, we can see the mother. This is mother deer, this is baby deer. So it's very dangerous. So the mother deer can sacrifice herself to save the baby deer. And he used different rope set and to make a decision. And it means a rope set with empathy with act. The empathy not just in the human, but also in the animal, in the deer. So it's a true word, a true story. And next. So we give the role principle and we see the physics, chemistry, biology, and psychology. And also we want to use this to explain the energy sector. Okay, let's read it. That's a clear conclusion about this one. The cross-ness, and this is external vital reflex and internal vital reflex. And here self-consistency, and this is self-consistency. So two self-consistent vital reflexes, they have cross-kinesis. We use this, but we can use this like two culture. We did that experiment 4 years ago, and we see in one room, they had one culture, the other room has another culture. And just like someone like nuclear, the nuclear community, this green party community. That means if you join a party, it can influence the concept in 10 minutes. And when you jump to the community to others, you will feel a lot of confusion. That's why a lot of people, they come from nuclear power. They cannot talking with green party. There's a culture cross and give us good culture, how hard to communicate between each other. So that's the role principle, give us the answer. And next, we can use Kansas to get it involved in different results and how it involve, how it change, how it gets self-instinct, self-consistency. Okay, let's go next. So we can see why a lot of people, they don't want to throw the compost to compost. Why they cannot throw recycling to recycling. Why they cannot throw the trash to trash. But we can solve this, a different kind of solve trash in one community in Sweden, and we can calculate and get different data, and we can ask people, get this why people want to throw trash, why some people not. And we get questionnaire and use different questionnaire ask people because we need data. We not just a theory. We need data to verify our theory. Here we ask a lot of questions to ask them. Why? A different answer, different question generate different factors in our model. And so we can get different answer about that and a lot of establish a self-consistency, and we can a lot of self-consistent pattern in people's mind. And next, we can see the German. This is Germany energy industry. So we can get, we call that dependency network as dependency network. There's dependency network in the German, or a lot of departments, and can get a relationship between them. We'll say which one can cross kinesis to the energy. And then we will go to result. Why the pollen is hard to get non-fossil? Why North Africa is hard to get non-fossil? Why Germany try their best, but still it's suffering pathway. It's all behind the law principle inside that. Okay, let me give you the result. So how to use law principle? Create vital reflex with further subsiding to internal vital reflex and external vital reflex and generate self-consistency and cross-kinesis. and the self-consistency and cross-dependency, we can generate dependency network. And so the conclusion was a true system decision. So the fundamental role in the role principle, which involved the fundamental class role set, and you established a mathematical structure. And this basic framework lead to the creation of vital roleplex, which further subside to the inter-vital roleplex and external vital roleplex. That means this will become a simple pattern for our to use, and it contributes to generate self-consistency and cross-kinesis interaction. So they combine and produce a dynamic come out. This we call a true system decision. Even if it's not truth, it's silent truth. Okay, we try to find the principle established by a serious definition of a theory. And to explain the behavior, or we like energy behavior, energy pathway. And if there's something possibility in our analysis, then it means we can add humanity to science, but also means we can exclude humanity from nature, and which depend on what we did on our role set. Okay, thank you. Is that question? Thank you.
Any questions? I think you German example. So what data did you use?
I use data from input, output from Europe. Yeah.
So what kind of data, like, I know you have a great figure. So can you explain more about, what type of data and, you have so many data, so much data. Here. So what are they? So like, for example, give some high level classification of those data and how you use data.
I want to say that if you want data, there are huge apparent data and lots of difference. A lot of data of work. So I want to say that first we just use the standard data because it's easy to clean, and all the standard data is from the statics. So it's a static data. We just use static data and clean that and get relationship between that. I want to make that model as simple as I can. When it establishes, it's just like the network. So it just use machine learning and neural network can training that we can get different weights. The different weights and different results. And the good thing is that I just want to get a clear explanation of result from model. And also, if you add some employment influence and it came from coal industry or whatever, we can add it or culture. So here I just use input output from static.
Okay.
Yes, it's very simple to just explain that it can work, but we put in low data, again, you good result, but in wrong data, it's a bad result. But the explanation is clear.
Okay, so it's a generalized framework of approach. Actually, you can see the other side, the more data.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So it depends on the quality of data, and it also depend on the understanding relationship between data. It's just a it's just a way, it's a framework, but I need distinguish what factor you need to use.
Okay. Any other questions? With no question. Thank you again.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.